When Ray's grandpa gets turned into a monster, things go from spiritual to supernatural. This episode has all Ray's new himbo admirer Yuichiro and Usagi's terrible matchmaking skills. God, I'm butchering this. It's chaotic, hilarious, and a little romantic in the most Sailor Moon way possible. Let's rewind and relive the madness.
Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are.
Hopefully awesome.
That's right. A positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is... Ooh, Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Sailor Moon shirt.
Yeah, you have a Sailor Moon shirt now.
I have a Sailor Moon shirt, everybody. It's the live Sailor Moon shirt, and it was the shiznit of bamboozle.
Ass.
Such a good thing.
Yes.
I've never seen a thing so good.
They ever bring back like the full like Sailor Scouts and stuff? I want to see it.
Nah, surely they'll come back. Surely.
Oh my god.
Surely. Hey,
their eternal outfits are so pretty.
you know who else came back? Basilius and Stupidonia and Lady Hikari. Thank you for being our Patreon producers for the month. We greatly appreciate you both. You are both awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got Daniels and DJ Knight in the chat. Daniel says, I really want this show to return. I hope they do it in the future. That'd be cool. Yeah, Daniels has brought up the idea of doing like a continuation series.
I mean,
which would be really cool.
It could work. It's just,
hey, you know, did you want Dragon Ball Super? You know,
I remember you telling us that, Daniels, that this was the very first show that you watched as a kid. That's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Mine was the two gnomes and the fox. And they had turned into stone and died in the end.
Yeah,
that was my first
dark
cartoon I watched as a child.
I remember vaguely Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday morning.
I used to not be able to say it, so it'd be like Teammate Mutant Ninja Myrtles or something. I forget exactly how I said it. I was like 1. So, I mean, you know, the moon will save us. Sailor Moon.
This is season 1, episode 30. Grandpa loses control. Ray in danger. Special thanks to SailorMoon.fandom.com for this week's episode summaries and more. This is episode 30 overall. Original air date in Japan was October 31st, 1992. Ooh, Halloween.
Welcome to hell.
All right, and the Dic Dub was October 16th, 1995. Oh my God, you're killing me.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. You're never done. He was dancing before this, singing a song, and like I was just scrolling through, looking at like random teachers' appreciation gifts because people get horrible stuff apparently.
Yeah, they do.
He's just, I think he's like, okay, how long can I keep this up before she looks at me?
Yeah, I do this thing where for nobody, like I would do it for myself, even if you weren't in here. But like, I'll either, you know, make a funny look or say a funny thing, or more often than not, I dance horribly, right? Like just the worst possible dancing, and like I'll keep doing it and get more exaggerated until Maggie says something about it.
And I said, I see you. I see you. That's
honestly
it.
But you can be so oblivious sometimes. Like I'll be doing stuff sometimes for like straight up 5.5 minutes, just waiting, begging that you just look at me because I can't say anything.
You might think I look oblivious. I might be doing it on purpose.
You son of a bitch.
Sometimes someone will be like, how chaotic can this get before it gets really out of hand?
You should know better than to ask that question, my dear. All right. You know I can get very chaotic. I can get knuckles chaotics, okay?
Okay. Daniel. Oh my God. I hate you. I hate you.
I thought I was going for that one. I forgot I was I will swear to Thor himself.
Daniels asks, is this the episode where Grandpa becomes a monster when he calls Rainbow Crystal taken by Zosat? It is.
It is.
And he also said, Grandpa Yuma gave me nightmares as a kid. All right.
That's Grandpa.
Episode
my
synopsis.
impersonation of him.
Ray's grandfather is attacked by Zosat for a rainbow crystal, but manages to fight him off, only to later be turned into a Yuma. Meanwhile, a new character, Yuichiro, arrives and instantly falls for Ray, asking to train under her grandfather. Usagi tries to play matchmaker, upsetting Ray in the process. After Grandpa Hino is transformed, Yuichiro bravely defends Ray before being knocked out. Ray and Usagi eventually make up, and Sailor Moon heals Grandpa with moon healing escalation. Later, Ray gives Yuichiro a thank you kiss on the cheek for attempting to defend her, leading to Usagi claiming they'll get married and Grandpa freaking out. So this is season 1, episode 30. Grandpa loses control. Ray in danger. Matt thinking Maggie is oblivious when it's clear a lot of the time. She's just intentionally ignoring him.
No. Maybe. All right. Maggie, what did I think of this episode?
What did you think of this episode?
Well, you know me. I'm a big fan of Grandpa Ray, right? Hey, it's me. I'm your
Hino.
grandpa.
Hino.
It's me, Hino. He knows. No, it was fun. It was fun.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know what else. It was fun. It was a fun episode.
Did you like how it started out?
With it immediately
Yeah.
going, yeah, I guess. But then, like, he fought it off.
Yeah.
And then it kind of reminded me of, remember the old show, Sanford and Son? It kind of reminded me of that.
Good night, everybody.
Where are you going? She left. So that's what you get. That's what you get. She accidentally kicked the Xbox. We really need to fix this studio. Grandpa Hino, like, I don't know. It was fine. I don't really necessarily care for, what's his name? Ichijoji?
Ichiro.
Ichiro. He's fun, whatever. I'm not a big fan of Ray. And Usagi, like, again, gets treated like shit by Ray. Not one of my favorites. It wasn't bad. Like, I wasn't, like, upset that we were watching it or anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't
know.
bored. Like, I've seen worse episodes. But,
Yeah.
like, it was just pretty middle of the road for me.
Ah.
It touched on a lot of things that moved some plots along that I don't give a shit about. I do not care about Ray. I do not care about Ray's love life. Especially if it has nothing to do with Mamoru, right? I do not care about her grandfather. I don't care about the shrine they work out. I don't care about any of that. And so, like, and that's the whole episode. So, like, it's kind of, as far as the grandpa being a Yuma, I mean, that's clever.
Yeah.
And I like his design. I thought he was, like, really fun.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, I still don't understand, like, how all that works. Like, because, me, I get a little too in-depth thinking about it. And, like, so these monsters, these Yuma, are they forced inside of the crystals? Like, are they imprisoned in the crystals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then they're reborn as humans, right?
Yeah, they were sent to Earth, but
They were sent to Earth.
I don't think they knew it would be reborn. They would be reborn as humans.
Can I ask how long ago this happened?
Thousands of years.
Okay. And so I'm assuming like the seed has been passed,
Yes.
right? Generation to generation. Okay. Here's where it gets a bit muddy. I'm not saying it can't happen, but like it's a little too convoluted.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's an easier way to do this without it having to be so complex. But like if Ray's grandfather is, for all intents and purposes, let's just say part Yuma, right? And Ray is somehow somewhat a reincarnation of the Mars princess. I don't even know if that's the right terminology here, but like, you know, she's obviously a reincarnation of somebody from the past, right? Like, how does that work? You know, it like, and like, okay, so I may be asking way too many questions here, but like the reincarnation, are we just talking like so I'm gonna be talking out my ass a little bit. Are we talking about like general reincarnation, like on Life with Louie, when when the monks told him that his grandma could be a bee, right? And so he's like, "Grandma!" And like he's trying to keep all the kids from stepping on the bees because he's like, "This is gonna be my grandma." Like, is that what we're talking, or is it like a lineage, like Ray's lineage eventually comes back into herself? Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
Like, is there a bloodline connection from old, like, I'm just gonna say old Ray, because I don't have the terms here. Okay, is there like a bloodline from like old Ray to reincarnated Ray, or is it just like could have been anybody? Just her spirit is reborn in someone somewhere.
that one.
Okay. So then that's the thing that's complicated for me, because it's just a little too messy that her grandfather is part Yuma and like she could carry that seed as well, but she's also the reincarnated version of old Ray, you know? And like, I don't know, that's just complicated. That's very complicated to me. I don't know. Am I crazy? Does any of this make sense? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, if Grandpa died, okay? Because, like, here's the thing. Grandpa's not been alive for thousands of years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so at some point, the crystal went from being in someone to being in Grandpa, right? So theoretically, Grandpa could die, and the crystal could have ended up in Ray, theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
And Ray would have been both the reincarnated version of old Ray and part Yuma from the Rainbow Crystal. Like, that could have happened. It didn't, but it could have, right? Like, logically, logistically speaking, right?
I understand you.
Yes.
I understand you.
Okay.
I understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
You're going way too deep with this.
I know, but
No,
that's not an adequate response.
I'm sorry.
I don't like that response.
No, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's not like I'm just trying to understand the lore. If these sons of bitches are gonna try and have lore, they better be willing to defend the
Matt.
lore in court.
Matt,
okay.
there's no. I didn't think. I don't think it could have happened mostly because of the crystal Ray has, to be honest. Thank you.
What are we doing? The Crystal Ray House.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to get into spoiler territory.
I can explain this, guys. Don't say anything, chat. So, manga. Okay.
Which I know the 7 Yuma didn't exist in the manga. It's
No,
already,
it did not. But like the crystal that Hikari mentioned, all Sailor Scouts
okay.
have their own crystals,
Okay.
but they do not learn about them until much later. What Hikari said was it couldn't have happened with Rey because she would have been carrying her own planet's crystal power within her.
Okay. Which would have negated.
Yes.
Kind of like.
It would have prevented that from happening, period.
Kind of like Sam and Dean's tattoos in Supernatural to keep them from being possessed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, let me ask this. Does that crystal of rays, did it go through multiple people before it got to Ray, or it was only from old Ray to reincarnated Ray?
Old Ray to reincarnated Ray.
Okay. But then, I mean, like, how did it know? Like, how does Ray know? Like, how's Ray reincarnated of Ray, and like the crystal knows that she's the new Ray, but like, because her grandfather's blood is also running through Ray, and so like, if the blood is how the rainbow crystal transcends from person to person, generation to generation, then like, would Ray's crystal have superseded the rainbow crystal? Or if Grandpa had died before Ray's crystal had activated within Ray, would that have been enough to be like, oh well, no, she can't be Ray, because she can't be the chosen one to be Ray, because the rainbow crystal has infected her. You know, like it's like in the Matrix when the Oracle is like, you have the gift, it's true, but you're waiting for something, maybe in the next life. Like, you know, maybe if Grandpa had died and Ray had been infected with the rainbow crystal, then she wouldn't have been able to become Ray. And I'm just using the term Ray as like not her name, but like her powers or whatever. Okay. Okay. Maybe Ray wouldn't have been able to become Sailor Mars if Grandpa had died and she was the rainbow crystal infected.
Yes. 20 minutes of Matt talking.
Does that
about
make sense?
questions.
Does any of what I'm saying make sense?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Okay.
Like, I understand you. I comprehend you. But Hikari, thank you. Ray's hot. Thanks, Daniels. Ray would have been Ray no matter what.
Okay.
Like,
It's just okay. I will end with this. I'm not trying to argue. It's not what I'm going for. All I'm saying is it's messy. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying like the Ray crystal, Sailor Mars crystal, all that. I'm not saying that's messy. I'm saying the 7 Yuma making her grandfather one of them was a messy choice. And I don't think they fully comprehended what can of worms they were opening by making that. Because there's a lot that gets thrown into question about destiny and bloodline. You know, the fact that the crystal, like if they had said like, oh, the rainbow crystal, you know, finds a host like a symbiote or something, and when the host dies, it finds a new one, like a fucking Green Lantern ring or some shit, right? Like, okay, there you go. That works out. It has nothing to do. But like, if it's traveling from, you know, lineage, like, you know, you go back to great grandpappy Ray, and he was the first one infected with the rainbow crystal, and then all that just sent that crystal through the millennia, right? Like, that's complicated, and it was just unnecessary. That's all I'm saying. It was just like they didn't realize what they were doing. And like, my complaint here, to be clear, is that they want to have all of the awesomeness, all of the impactfulness of having a deep, rich lore, but they don't want to have the responsibility of committing to their own lore. And so they're willing to make rash decisions that complicate things needlessly. And that's my frustration. That's, you know, and yeah, I know it's the 90s. It's, you know, it's the anime. It's not the manga. I get all that. But we're talking about this show. We're not talking about the manga. We're not talking about Crystal. We're talking about the 90s Sailor Moon. And it gets a little frustrating. I'm going to be saying the same thing about Digimon. All right, when they start fucking up with that 3-year, 4-year thing, and they're like, "Oh, we had to give up the powers of our crests and tags and shit." But yeah, Angelwomon was able to be digivolved when they were in the Dark Ocean. I digress. Don't worry about it. Like, I'm gonna be complaining there too, but I'm just saying, like, I wish that when it comes to stuff like this will always be something that kind of irritates me a little with the shows that we watch, is when they choose to needlessly complicate things, or like they want to take advantage of the pros of having the deep lore, like I said, without necessarily having to commit to the lore itself.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Yes, and Hikari also says 90s did fumble a lot of stuff with a ton of stuff with Sailor Moon, and that's very true. And Daniel says always saw it as everyone was reincarnated at that time, and there were none before that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And I like what Matt ZR says. Sailor Moon is just as messy as Power Rangers. You're right about that. You are right about that. Oh my God. Don't even get started on Power Rangers.
I don't think, I was supposed to say, it can be complicated, but I don't think it's up there with Power Rangers complicated.
I mean,
that shit confuses me.
Power Rangers works great until they try and make things work together. Because like it's easy if you're just like anything post Galaxy is just like a standalone universe. Like it works super easy like that.
Yeah.
But then they're like, oh no, it's the same universe. And it's like, well, what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean Wild Force and Time Force and Lightspeed Rescue are in the same universe?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean? What are you talking about? Yeah. Anyway. And, again, I'm not trying to harsh anybody's mellow when it comes to Sailor Moon.
And also, too, and I know this is not what you was looking for or anything, but they had to stretch out stuff because they had had a breakup time to where they didn't catch up with the manga.
Totally.
So this was something that they could fit in and be like, okay, we can stretch this out for a little bit longer with Zocyte.
Yeah.
Even though it
what would be fun? What if Ray's grandpa was a monster?
It is a Baja Blast Hikari.
Yes.
These Mountain Dew bottles, which these are the same ones from last night. They're $1 at Walmart. I looked at them and I said, let's get some. Baja Blast is great. Amen.
Do the do. Should try to make one of your own. It's amazing.
Huh?
I saw a recipe. It's like it's Sprite, Mountain Dew, and Blue Powerade, right? And it's like a third of each. I think so.
Yep.
Yep. I saw that. And apparently it's really good. Apparently it's better. Apparently. Bingo.
Dino DNA. All right. Now it's time finally for war. What's it good for?
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
What?
See, this is the fun of podcasting. We get to go into stuff like that. Like that's what's fun. It's like you're sitting around smoking a big old fatty boombatty blunt talking Sailor Moon monsters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at Matt CR, it does. And also, it took me like almost an hour last night to go sleep.
It did. It
I
really
had
did.
to make myself lay down, turn on the Ocean Live thing that I watch and listen to. And I had to play Pit Cross in order to finally get myself to start dozing off.
And then Viv crawls in the bed about 20 minutes later.
And I'm like, what are you doing here?
She came out. I didn't tell you this. When she came out of the bedroom last night, like because I was still playing Fortnite, she said, "I'm not tired." It's like,
but you've been asleep.
Like for 5 hours, you've been in bed already. Like, what are you talking about? Get
I
out
just
of
like
here.
how she crawls into bed, cozies up to me, and I'm like, where's Matt? Is he asleep on a couch?
Listen, sometimes
Something happened to Matt?
you gotta make the podcast, and then you gotta play some Lego Fortnite to chill out. You know,
I ask all these questions. You know what I did? Went back to sleep. I was like, I think I hear something in the living room. He's okay. He's okay.
yeah. I was just playing some bot lobbies. You know how you know how we do.
Oh, Lord. How the Big Bad Paw has progressed this week. Zocyte releases another one of the 7 Great Yuma and makes off with another one of the Rainbow Crystals.
This is the 5th week in a row that I've not had to update that.
Good job.
Yeah, you're welcome.
How the relationships have progressed this week. Excuse me. How the relationships have progressed this week. Oh my God, I just read it. Yuichiro has become a possible love interest for Ray, even going as far as to receive a kiss from her, even though Ray is still dating Mamoru. Usagi tries.
Whore!
Oh my god.
Whore!
Us-
She's not a whore.
No, she's.
I was being funny,
I know.
but I will say,
It's
Kinda
very
fuck-
whorish behavior.
kind of fucked up that she would kiss another dude while she's going out with Mamoru. I mean, I'm assuming like they're steady, right?
I think.
I mean, I don't know. I was never one to play the field or anything. Like, you know, I wasn't your typical Sean Hunter or anything. So I was never like dating multiple girls at the same time. But I don't know. I feel like if you're with somebody in the way that Ray is with Mamoru, like you're probably not kissing nobody else. You know? Am I wrong? You ain't kissing dudes, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
It's just you looked at me like
Well,
I
I'm
don't
only
know, maybe
thinking
you're
about when
kissing-
you kissed me for the first time. I was actually with somebody else.
you weren't with them though. Like you weren't with them though, and they sucked. And I fucking won. So fuck that fucking piece of shit. Anyway, that's right.
Talk about whorish behavior.
Mr. Come Get Your Girl. Me. That's right, baby.
Oh no, let
I'm a
me pull my
bad
chair
boy.
up. Oh no, we got Hikari.
You weren't with anybody. We need to clarify. Because I wouldn't have, like, I don't do that. You were with somebody when I first fell in love with you, and I did nothing for years because I was like, I didn't want to
Hikari.
be that guy, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I wanted you to be happy regardless of whether it was with me or whatever, even though the guy he was with at the time was a huge piece of shit and made you
Yeah.
miserable. But that wasn't my place to make that happen. But then, like, you told me you were just talking to this guy. Like, y'all were just
This is
talking.
like a movie.
Right?
Clarity.
Right? Hey, stick with me here. You told me you all were just talking.
But yeah, I was also planning a beach trip.
Yeah, you were like, okay, for context, if we're doing this, like, we don't have to go too deep here. For context, it was a guy you had dated prior to the guy that you had just broken up with.
Yeah.
And by just broken up, I mean a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, so this was almost like a rebound type situation, I would imagine.
Maybe.
I mean, you didn't end
I
up
don't
with
know.
him, so I'm going to say it's a rebound. But like, you all were talking.
Yeah.
That's different than Mamoru. Like, they've been dating, like, going on dates for like months at this point.
Yeah.
Like, Matoki knows about Ray. It's not like, you know, they're not just like sending texts
No.
and like meeting up every Friday to like cruise Gate City or whatever, right?
You back off right now, you old bitch. All right.
Listen, I'm
That's
just saying.
how we save money, okay?
Okay.
In recession times.
How long had you and this guy been talking? And again, the fact that you would label it as talking, I feel like is all that needs to be said. Like, that's different from
But
what Ray and Mama were doing.
Matt. What
Yes.
you dub our first date as. What did I go do after that?
Listen, you don't dub that as our first date.
No, I don't. But you do.
Well, I mean, I asked you to go for coffee, and we did, and then you went on a date afterwards.
See?
So? So? I don't see the problem here. That's different from Ray and Mamoru. That's all I'm saying. It would be okay. It would be like if when me and you had been together for like 5 months, okay?
Yeah.
If you had kissed another dude at that point.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that
Right?
is. Yeah.
How long had you even been talking to this guy?
I'll be honest, Matt. I can't remember.
Yeah, exactly. Because he dropped the zero, got with the hero over here. All right? But no, like, I want to say, if memory serves, and I could be wrong here, like, it was October,
Yes.
and I remember when I left in July, you weren't talking to anybody at that point.
No.
So, I mean, let's say at worst case scenario, you started talking to him in August. It's 2 months. If you started talking to him in August, you know? And that's talking. That's not like officially like like how often were you going to see him? Like you weren't going over to see him like every night or anything, right?
No.
Yeah. And like planning a beach trip. Like this fuck barely let you like borrow an Xbox to play Guitar Hero or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like this bro wasn't gonna do shit. All right.
I love
Let
getting
it
them
out.
riled-
Let it out.
I love getting you riled up.
Well, yeah, I get riled up. You're my woman. I love you.
Oh.
And this dude sucked ass.
Yes, he
and
did.
It was terrible. And so I
He
wanted
was.
to, you know.
And you won.
And it wasn't a
You just
competition.
win me. You won.
Listen, it wasn't a competition. I didn't want to win nothing. I didn't win you. All right. I won by getting to be with you. I didn't win you, just to be clear. But also, like, I was going to be fucking damned if I was going to let somebody else, after 4 years of pining for you.
Good God, was it 4 years?
Yeah, it's
I
close.
thought it
It's
was
three.
two.
It's
2
three.
to 3.
It's 3.
Okay.
Because it was like 2012, and then it was 2015.
Barf.
Yeah. And like, I was gonna be damned if I was gonna miss this chance to, you know. And so I guess
About headbutted him too.
she did. She like judo chopped me because I came in like with my hand, like I wasn't good. I wasn't good. But then you know what he did?
I kissed him
Kissed me
back.
back. He kissed me back. And I was like, I remember I even said, you know, I'm sorry, I won't do that again. Or I won't ever do that again. I think it's
I
how I
won't
said
ever do that again.
And you said, well, don't say never. And I
Yeah.
was like, fuck it, I'm in, baby. I'm in. Let's do this. And then we made out in the church parking lot. And then we went and watched Goosebumps.
Well, that was weeks later, Matt.
That was like a week later.
His excitement for being kissed back still shows his foot. Aww. We're making chat melt, Matt.
I mean, listen, we're going to get back to the podcast.
Yes,
I
we
promise.
will.
But
We will.
like, I want to be very clear here. I don't know how often, at least once a week at least, I say I still can't believe that I get to be with you.
Yes, you do. And I want to
Like,
smack you every time. I'm like, you
it
better
blows my
start
mind.
believing, bitch. You got
Like,
me.
it just blows my mind though, because like you're awesome.
No.
And you know, I didn't ever think that after, you know, all the shitty times in the past that I would ever get to be with somebody that loved me the way I love them. And like, you do. And you're great. You piece of shit. All right, let's get into the podcast.
Big old butthole.
Matt had a holy time.
time.
I was seeing the face of God. I'll tell you that right now. All right.
Don't believe him. And we're back. Yeah. And break. All right. Usagi tries very hard to get, Ray and Yuichiro together. Maybe a little too hard. Almost as if she doesn't want Ray with Mamoru. Matt, did you write that yourself?
I did write that.
Good
I
job.
wrote that myself. I mean, listen, I'm reading too much into it.
You're reaching.
Yes. I'm raging.
It's not for continuity. I'm moving on.
But I like to think that maybe are you okay?
I'm about to sneeze.
Oh, okay. I thought she was like half winking at me, half dying. Sorry. But no, like I would like to think that maybe there was some underlining Usagi pining for Mamoru, causing her to try and get Ray and you look drunk.
Oh my God. I can't stop. I think it's because I need to take my allergy medicine because I usually take it by now. And I'm starting to sneeze. I can't stop it.
Continuity.
Carry on my wayward son.
No, the dying part is you killing Chad. Despite being an episode primarily focused on Ray, she did not transform or fight in the episode. It's possible she felt too emotional to fight her own grandfather.
I doubt that
Understandable.
shit.
She loves her grandfather.
Well, yeah, but Ray, sentimental is not one of Ray's strong suits. Okay.
Ignore him, guys. This is the first time Yuichiro saves Ray from a Yuma attack. Was it Gigi? Gigi is the first monster of the day. Created from one of Ray's relatives and is the only one of the 7 great Yuma who reincarnate as a reoccurring character of the series.
Gigi. Remember, he's like, Gigi.
Yes.
Gigi.
I keep on thinking of Bobo and the other ones.
Bobo.
Yeah. There's like the
Bobo.
other.
Oh, it's Lucy. Lucy just came waltzing
Hey,
in.
Lou.
Hi, Bubs.
What are you doing?
But no, yeah, Gigi. Gigi. Chi-Chi.
Gigi. Hey. Did you have a good
Gigi.
nap on the blankets? He is also the only one of the 7 great Yuma to successfully resist his initial transformation. He even puts up a fight after being weakened later in the episode.
I want to give the old man his credit. That dude is a beast.
Yes, he is.
Literally. But also spiritually.
Gigi means old man in Japanese.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Gigi Geisho.
What's queso?
Tentacles.
Oh, old man tentacles arms? Tentacle legs?
Yes.
Old man squid legs.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Squid legs.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Gigi.
Geisho.
Gigi Geisho. Old man squid legs. That's gonna be my nickname.
No, it's not.
I want it to be. Please, let's
There
make it
is
happen.
a Gigi Mon. Oh, God.
Oh, is it an old man?
Is it like the Tamagotchi one?
I'm
Just
gonna look it
old
up.
shriveled up ball.
A shriveled up ball sack, actually, oddly enough. Gigi Mon.
We were looking up Gigi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That works. That tracks.
Aw, I
That
like
tracks.
him.
I
like him.
He's like
Furry.
Captain Caveman.
Except you can't see his face.
Caveman.
Cousin Caveman always remind me of Cousin It.
Captain Caveman always reminded me of wanting to watch a better fucking cartoon.
Oh my God. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yuichiro Kumada.
Kumada.
Yuichiro is a character who becomes an apprentice at Hakawa's shrine under
Like
Ray's grandfather.
Zoink Scoob.
He has shoulder-length brown hair and a ragged style with a full fringe as the side bang to the right covers his right eye and black eyes. Oh, shit. He's got black eyes. When he works as the shrine apprentice, he wears a white traditional kimono shirt, light blue hakama, and white sandals.
It did also tell me about another piece of attire he wears,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't want to look too deep into it
Yeah.
because it said something about a shopping spree with Ray,
Oh, man.
and so I didn't.
I haven't thought about that one in a long time.
So I was like,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
don't-
leave that
don't-
at
don't.
that. Yeah.
Also, I'll say it's probably in the Dic Dub, but like I'm pretty certain his voice in the Dic Dub, he had like a whoa,
Yeah.
like Bill and Ted
It says
kind
he
of.
was an Australian surfer dude.
I don't remember the Australian
That's
part.
what
but-
it said. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Now it's time for the creep of the week.
Major funky.
Creep of the week this week is Gigi or Peepaw Hino.
Peepaw, Hino. Yeah.
Gigi
Come
is
on,
based.
Peepaw.
Gigi is based on a traditional Japanese demon. He has 2 yellow lazy eyes as well as a fit body with rings around his wrists and ankles. His hands have retractable claws.
Snicked.
He looks so bananas.
Yeah, he does. I love his
Daniel,
eyes.
don't be scared. So ranking the Yuma for the Zoa Saga. Number 1, Gamesin, Game Guy. Number 2, Vina, Usagi, and Mamoru get painted. Number 3, Bunbo, Future Boy Doink, Amy. He forgets about it every time. Number 4, Riku. Oh God, Riku Kadar.
Kadar.
Matoki's ex-girlfriend.
M-
Number 5, Bobo, the Vulture, champion of the Negaverse, Chicken Pastor Man.
This is the fucking worst.
Matt, what do
Man,
you think?
I'm gonna tell you, as much shit as I've talked, I do like the idea in general. I
Mhm.
think execution-wise,
Not the best.
well, like just no, I guess execution is the wrong word here. The execution was good. It's more the can of worms that it opened. The initiation, I guess, would be the questionable piece. So I would say honestly, I'm thinking at least number 2,
Oh wow.
if not number 1. Like the only reason I like GameSin more is just because his look. I think his look is great.
Yeah.
But as far as like story elements, plot, like I think this one is probably the strongest one that they've done. Maybe only second to what's his name, Bunbo. Yeah. But that's just because of the future stuff. Like that's like we are taking a future idea of a relationship and kind of imposing it on
Yeah.
current situation, right?
Yeah.
Whereas this has stakes built in from the start
Start.
because it is
Yeah.
Ray's grandfather. So I mean, to be clear, I like the idea in general. It's again just the initiation. I don't think they thought it all the way through.
Yeah.
With that said, as far as like if we're going on looks, yeah, he's not the strongest. But as far as like impact on the characters and stuff, I feel like this is the strongest for sure.
Okay.
So that's why I would say maybe number 2, just because like I feel like his looks are so bad that it drops him below number
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Even though I think he's funny, I think it looks funny.
It does. It does look funny.
But like, I feel like his story though is stronger than all of them. So I
Let's
don't
put
know.
him at
I don't
number
know.
1.
You want to put number 1?
Yeah, you made a
Okay.
good argument. Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Look at that. GameSin, you getting out of here, bitch. Here you go, Peepaw Hino. Number 1. GG Peepaw Hino.
Yep. He is now number 1.
Peepaw.
Now it's time for Traitor.
Traitor!
I know.
Ray's grandpa attempts to kill her while he's in his GG form.
He does. Remember, she's like, Grandpa, don't you recognize me? And he's
Yeah.
like, GG.
And, well, it like pot freezes. Made me want to dance there. Yeah, that's the whole point.
So good, man.
All right. Now it's time for the Dic Dub.
Dick.
Dick.
What changes were made from the original to English translation? Well, the Dic Dub title was Grandpa's Follies. The Yuma was named Pox.
Like Pops, but it's Pox.
Oh my god. Yuichiro Kumada, I knew it, I remembered it, is known as Chad Kumada
Chad.
and speaks in an Australian accent with a surfing dude language. Chad.
My name's Chad. My dad owns a
see.
dealership.
Whoa. I'll say.
Whoa.
Whoa. I'm a stinger, man, not a monkey.
Hey, it's like totally surfing, dude. Catch some waves,
Oh my god. And the English dub
little
line-
bro. The turtles, Nemo.
Crush.
Whoa.
Whoa.
There you go.
Little dude. Whoa.
Ray.
Pray.
Total babage.
Baby,
He's a
she's so
surfer
hard.
dude.
Oh no.
That's what
Anyways.
surfer dude said. I'm done.
In this English dub, a lot of dialogue was added where Ray mentioned that the cape her grandfather wore was a tablecloth. The
Deifuku?
Deifuku was referred to as chocolate cakes, and the scene where Gigi tried to strangle Ray was cut. Yes, I do not remember those hands being laid onto her throat at all.
Makes sense.
Oh, gnarly, dude! Super pie bills.
Like tubular, bro.
Yeah. This episode was omitted from the Korean dub, which left out an entire episode of the Rainbow Crystal arc. God.
Who even knows why?
Damn, GG, try to put that fire out.
That's right.
Kari said that. All right. International titles. Brazilian Portuguese. Ray's grandfather got crazy.
His grandfather got crazy.
Oh, that one's good. French TV. Raya and her grandfather. That sounds too wholesome. French DVD. Poppy loses the ball. Ray is in danger. Oh, let's see what the Germans cooked up here. Oh, simple. The crazy grandpa.
I love it.
I think the Brazilian Portuguese was my favorite this
Yeah,
week.
it was pretty good.
All right. I'm sorry. Now it's time for Can You Spot the Difference?
Sailor Moon!
What changes were made from the manga to the show? Guess what, guys? None of these events had happened in the manga. Ichiro never appeared in the manga. Ray's grandfather was never a Yuma in a previous life.
Son of a bitch. Those damn animators just adding a bunch of shit. So wait, what's his name?
Ichiro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not in the manga. So this is another original character. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa. Ray, I love you, Ray.
Which also Ray and Mamoru wasn't a thing in the manga either. Okay.
No.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Can I say something very
Oh, God.
random?
Oh, God. What?
Has nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
And it's a little spooky. All right. Out of the corner of my eye, like it must have just like, okay.
Oh, God.
For anybody that doesn't know, like the way we have OBS set up behind us, and it has both the full screen and the vertical next to it. And I was looking at you, and like I was switching the cameras, and I guess I saw myself in the vertical. I swear to God, it looked like somebody was standing there, like a little boy or something was standing up by the
Sweet
TV,
Jesus.
like a fucking ghost or some shit. Dude, I don't know. Maybe it's the Baja Blast talking. I don't know.
I
But
think it's
that
the Baja
shit,
Blast
I'll be
talking.
honest, that shit freaked me out.
I say it did, Matt.
Like it did. Like literally it just happened. Okay. Like I fucking hate that shit. Like I hate that
Shouldn't have
shit.
talked about it.
Oh man. Man, you know what we should do? We should watch some Chills videos later.
No.
Number 15.
Hell no.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Hey, guys, dig through the archives and try to find our Slenderman gameplay.
Oh my God, that was awesome. That was so fun. I'll share it in the Discord at some
Okay.
point. Yeah.
I shut my eyes when it's my turn.
She does. And then she runs straight to Slenderman, so her turn will be over.
He never would get me. All right, Matt CR says Korea would have banned this episode pretty much since it took place at a shrine. They banned anything that was too Japanese.
That makes sense.
All right. Now it's time for That's Just Prime.
Well, that's just prime.
All right, would you like to be Gigi?
Yes.
Grandpa?
Grandpa? Yeah. I'm an old prospector. Oh, Usagi, wasn't that fun?
Yeah, I love this kind of stuff.
You're the only one who understands my jokes.
I love how you're like Southern, Grandpa.
Yeah, well, I also go for like Master Roshi.
Oh my God.
Boner alert.
Oh God. All right. Do you want to be Yuichiro or Ray?
I can be Yuichiro.
Okay.
Excuse me, Miss Ray.
Shut up,
Yes, ma'am.
Yuichiro.
What?
You seem like a stupid slowpoke, but you're actually brave and kind, aren't you? Now it's time for Sailor Says.
Sailor says, hello, Sailor.
You become part of a bigger universe.
That's the wrong one.
Bye now.
Furio.
That's the wrong one. Damn it.
Sailor says,
I was on a roll too.
oh, it's from Dic Dub. They put like a PSA at the end of every episode. And sometimes it had something to do with the episode and sometimes not.
It's true. Most of the time it didn't.
No. All right. I'll be sorry.
I've learned a lot about myself though.
Yeah, that's
in
good.
listening to the Sailor Says,
Yeah.
And now a message from the Power Rangers.
Oh. No message from Sailor Moon. All right. I'll be Serena. Ray's grandpa sure wasn't acting himself today, but he has a good reason. Lots of kids are impatient with older people.
Oh my God.
Some have hearing problems or can't move as fast as we'd like them to. But they also have years of experiences we haven't had. With all that living comes lots of wisdom and lots of stories about times long before we were born. Don't miss out on what older people have to give us. Sailor Moon says, bye now.
Bye now.
That was terrible. That's,
Yes, it was.
I was not expecting
I told you.
sit down and talk to your grandma about World War II. Like, I wasn't expecting that to be the PSA.
I know, let's see. Well, we bought it digitally.
Yeah, we got it. We got the
But
full series digitally.
I feel like it's on Hulu and
I believe so. And Crunchyroll.
and Crunchyroll because Viz Media did the dub.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Because it was on Funimation, right?
Yes.
And
no, it was
wasn't on
never
Funimation?
on Funimation.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't on anything for a long time. The 90s
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
It was very hard to find. Like you could only watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But when Viz got it, they started putting the subbed episodes onto Hulu. And then as they were dubbing them, they would put them on there. And then also Sailor Moon Crystal happened as well during that time. So.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we found out recently that Digimon is also on the Hulu app as well. So, which of course we watch the Blu-rays, but yeah, there you go.
Next time on Sailor Moon.
Next time, Gadget. Next time. I feel them.
Okay.
You've got mail.
Oh, Lord. Next time on Sailor Moon, Season 1, Episode 31. Loved and Chased. Luna's worst day ever.
Oh my God. Listen, at the end of the episode, it always shows a sneak peek of the next episode.
Matt was so mad.
This episode looks like straight
It's about the big
trash.
fat cat that falls in love with Luna.
This episode looks awful. Like, I'm not looking forward to this. Like, as much as I love Luna,
No, you don't love Luna. You hate her.
I don't like how everybody treats Usagi like a piece of shit, you know? But, like, here's where things are going to get complicated. Granted, we've not watched it, so we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
But, like, Luna's not actually a cat. Like, I know that much. And there's a cat that falls in love with Luna. And it is a cat. And it's just gonna be weird.
Don't you dare. DJ, what are you talking about, man? Oh my God. Dear Lord, don't you dare.
Like, it's gonna be like a sword in the stone lady squirrel situation, except it's a boy cat. And I don't want to see a
Boy
bunch
cat's
of...
not sassy at all.
Yeah. I don't want to see a bunch of cats trying to fuck Luna. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my
Like,
God.
I don't know. I don't want to see that. You know? I don't want to see any of that shit. When's Artemis fucking show up? Oh my God, I hate it. Worse. Okay. All right. Well, everybody, that's gonna wrap it up for us. Thanks. No. No. No.
No.
No, it's no.
No, it's no.
No, it's no.
Oh.
All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for us. Once again, special thanks to Basilius of Stupidonia and Lady Hikari for being our Patreon producers for the month. We greatly appreciate you both. Remember, if you'd like to support the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome and get your name listed in every episode, just like the following folks did. You can also get access to special Discord stuff. And you can also get these by becoming a member right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. Remember, if you're watching live, we'd greatly appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, as that shares us with more folks like yourself. And if you're listening later on podcast services, a 5-star rating and review would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Even if you don't listen on podcast services, head over to one. Yeah. And listen to some of it, or just mark it as played and then give a 5-star rating and review, whether you listen to it over there or not, because that still helps us grow. But that's going to wrap it up for us tonight, everybody. Of course, we'll be back again tomorrow night, Thursday, with another edition of the Super Nice Playback.
Thursday.
And so we got one more VHS tape to watch from the pack of 4 that we pulled. And we're going to be here every Monday through Thursday right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome at 9 p.m. Eastern for your hopefully awesome streams. What?
Matt Sarah says, I'm going to go eat my Kit Kat. Matt's questions made me hungry.
Hey, give me a break.
Bring me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Fancy feast. It's a cat food commercial. I figured you'd say meow.
Meow.
Thanks for watching, and as always,
Have a hopefully
Bye. Meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Meow, meow. Meow. I take back everything I said earlier. Meow. I'm in hell. This is hell. Meow. This is hell. Meow. Meow. Stop. Meow.
I hate this so much. I'm keeping it going. You did this. You have to live in this.
I'm gonna die, 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 I'm gonna die. Thank God.
All right, thanks for watching as always. Bye.